Hello viewers, if you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. Also, click on the bell icon so that you get the latest information about the videos that are uploaded.
Hello students, welcome back to the new video. In this video, we are going to continue the ongoing chapter number 1, crop production and management. In today's session, we will discuss the agricultural practice protection of crops. First of all, we will discuss the protection from weeds. Weeds are the undesirable plants that grow along with the main crop plants in the field. Grass, amaranthus and wild oat are some common weeds. So what are weeds? Weeds are the undesirable plants that grow along with the main crop plants in the field. When we grow the main crop, along with that some undesirable or unwanted plants also grow along with them. Such undesirable plants are called weeds. Examples are grass, amaranthus, wild oat, etc. These weeds have to be removed as they compete with the crop plants for nutrients, water, sunlight and space. Then why is it necessary to remove the weeds? Because these weeds also will compete or fight with the main crop plants for water, sunlight, nutrients and space, etc. Therefore, it is necessary to remove the weeds. Weeds reduce the yield of the crop plants. They grow very quickly and may be toxic for animals and human beings. They may also spread pest and disease to the main crop. So, when the weed plants fight with the crop plant for nutrient, space, etc., they reduce the yield of the crop plants. And they grow very quickly and it can be toxic, that is poisonous for animals and human beings also. And they may also cause to spread the pest and diseases to the main crop. So for all these reasons, it is very necessary to remove the weeds from the crop plants. Now let us discuss some of the ways to remove weeds. The process of removing weeds from the crop field is called weeding. So what is weeding? The different processes that we follow to remove the weeds from the crop field is known as weeding. Now, which are the methods that we can follow to remove the weeds? First, we will discuss about physical or mechanical methods. Weeds are manually pulled out from the ground. So, in this method, that is physical method, the first one is to pull out manually or physically from the ground. The second physical method is using a hoe, that is kurpi or trowel or a harrow. All these are agricultural tools. We can use them effectively to remove the weeds. The third method is by ploughing the land before sowing, which will uproot the weeds. We have already learned that this is one of the benefit of ploughing the field, because by ploughing the field, that is land, before sowing will uproot and remove the weeds completely. Now we will see what are the chemical methods to remove the weeds. The weeds can be killed by spraying certain chemicals called weedicides. So, by spraying the chemicals called weedicides, we can kill the weeds. These chemicals which are sprayed over the field kill only the weeds. So, you know that weeds are growing along with the crop plants. So, when we select the weedicides, we have to take care it should not do any harm to the crop plants. So, such weedicides are available. They do not cause any damage to the crop plants. While spraying weedicides, farmers should take proper precautions like covering their nose and mouth with a cloth. we have seen that weedicides can kill the weed plants. So it is poisonous. So it can affect the farmers also. So while spraying them, they should cover their nose and mouth with a cloth. 2,4-D, that is 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid and butachlor are examples of weedicides. Now, let us discuss the biological method. Certain animals feed exclusively on the weeds and thus can help to control the spread of weeds. So, this is the biological method of removing the weeds. That is, animals who can feed only on weeds can help to remove and control the weeds. Now we will discuss how we can protect our crop from the pest. Pests are any kind of insects, disease causing organisms or rats that can cause damage to the crop. So pest means any kind of living things that can cause damage to the crop, which may be an insect or other organisms or even rats. First of all, we will discuss some natural ways to protect plants. To keep stray animals away from the crops, a fence can be built all around the field. So, natural ways include building a fence around the field, which can keep the stray animals away from the crops. Second, plants can be damaged by various bacterial and fungal diseases. The diseased crops can be burnt so that the diseases do not spread to the healthy crops. That is, if already certain plants are affected with the bacterial or fungal diseases, then instead of fluffing them or removing in any other way, they are burnt. So while burning, this disease causing germs organisms also get destroyed. Third method, deep ploughing can kill the eggs of various insects and pests. So while ploughing only, if we take care, we can kill the eggs of insects and pests to a certain extent. That is by ploughing deeply. Fourth method, sowing disease-resistant variety of seeds which can protect the plant from various diseases. So while selecting the seeds, care should be taken to see that they are healthy and disease resistant. Fifth method, birds can be kept away by installing scarecrows or by netting them, because we have seen that birds also can cause the destruction to the crops. They can eat away the seeds. So we can keep them away by netting or keeping scarecrows. Sixth method is growing healthy plants in a natural way of keeping the pest away. So these are the natural methods of keeping the pest away. Now let us discuss some other methods to protect crops. First, using pesticides. These are the chemicals that kill only the pest and do not harm the crop plants. They are generally dissolved in water and sprayed using hand sprayers. So we have seen that along with the weeds, pests also cause the damage to the crop plant. So we have to kill them. We can kill them by using pesticides. Pesticides are the chemicals which can affect only the pest and they do not harm in the crop plants. Okay, then how it can be used? It can be dissolved in the water and sprayed using hand sprayers. The second method is using insecticides. Insecticides are the chemicals that kill only the insects. BHC, that is benzene hexachloride, or gamaxin, malathion and dimacron are some commonly used insecticides. When large areas have to be covered, they are spread using a low-flying aircraft. So, insecticides are the chemicals that can kill the insects. It kills or destroys only the pest. Examples are BHC. Its full form is benzene hexachloride, or gamaxin and malathion, and even dimacron. These are the insecticides that can be sprayed in the field to kill the pest. But if we have to spray into a large area, then it can be spread using a low flying aircraft. The third method is rodenticides. These are the chemicals that kill rodents. So rodenticides are the chemicals that can kill rodents like rats. See, using pesticides is easy and effective method to kill pests quickly. They are easy to store and use, and in spite of all these advantages, we should remember that all pesticides are toxic and should be used with caution. Farmers should take extreme care while spraying them on the field. So we have seen that insecticides, pesticides and rodenticides can kill the unwanted or the insects, pests and rodents very quickly. All the pests can be killed effectively, but they are very poisonous. So we should take much care while using them. That is why the farmers are advised to take extreme care and cover their nose, mouth, etc. while spraying them on the field. Also, they easily pollute the soil and water bodies and eventually become a part of the food chain. It can affect all life forms on the earth and cause various health related issues. Apart from harming the person who is using it directly, it can pollute the soil and water bodies also, because we have seen that these insecticides, pesticides, etc. may run away along with the rainwater to the water bodies, and that becomes a part of the food chain. Once if it is a part of the food chain, it can affect all the life forms and cause various health related issues. So students, I hope you have understood the topics very well. But still, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section. I will surely try to solve it as early as possible. Here are some review questions. Please solve it in your notebook. Thank you.